On the day of the surgery, the whole neurology department was filled with a strange sense of nervous anticipation. Blaine had begun the surgery on the patient at 11 o'clock that morning. Now it had been 5 full hours, and the operation still hadn't ended. Scalpel. Blaine reached out his gloved hand, and the sharp scalpel was placed in his hand. "Damn it, his finger has been pierced!" Jose cursed as his face turned pale. Blaine tried his best to remain internally calm as he moved his hands away to protect Kelly and comforted everyone on the scene. Jose was so nervous that cold sweat broke out on his forehead. "Dr. Dexter, hurry up and go rest. Let me do it. Why are you still here?" "No, Dr. Ramirez." Blaine told him firmly in an attempt to calm him down. "My hand has already been pierced. I will finish suturing the patient. Step away from the operating table." "But," Jose faltered. He didn't know what to say. Blaine finished suturing the patient, and the operation was finally over. The operation itself had been quite successful, and he thought the patient's prospects overall were very good. That weekend, Zoey was spending time with Max at the hospital. Zoey was stirring the sugar into her coffee when she heard Luna and the other nurses say Blaine's name. "Did you hear what happened to Dr. Dexter?" Luna asked. Hearing Luna's question, all the other nurses hurriedly gathered around the nurses' station counter. "It happened when he was performing surgery on an HIV-positive patient a few days ago. I heard that he had his hand pierced by a needle on the operating table and was told by the hospital director to stay home until he got his HIV test results back." Zoey could no longer hear what the nurses were saying. "Luna, I have something urgent to do and I need to go out. Will you let Max know when he wakes up that I'll be back as soon as I can?" "Of course, Zoey. Do what you need to do. I'll let him know," Luna promised. "Thank you," Zoey said as she rushed into the elevator. Now that Zoey was standing in the lobby of Blaine's building without even thinking, Zoey pressed the buzzer for Blaine's penthouse. After 10 minutes of buzzing, the phone in Zoey's pocket rang. She hurriedly answered her phone. "Blaine, is that you? Are you there?" she asked anxiously. "Zoey, for God's sake, stop pressing the buzzer. You're giving me a headache," Blaine told her wearily. Then immediately after he finished speaking, he hung up on her. Zoey ran outside and began to shout, "Blaine! Let me in! Blaine, open the door! Let me in!" Zoey yelled at the top of her lungs. Blaine's penthouse was on the 20th floor, but she didn't care. She figured if she yelled as loud as she could, he'd hear her. Blaine stood by the window and looked down at the stubborn figure standing below. Seeing the woman downstairs, Blaine realized that she must have been scolded by the other residents by now. That should have made her give up. However, this was Zoey. She would fight to the death to make something happen. She'd never give up so easily. As he watched her, suddenly a basin of water was thrown from above. "Damn it," Blaine swore. He obviously hadn't expected that to happen. He didn't even think. He had to get to her. Blaine grabbed his jacket and rushed downstairs. When one of Blaine's neighbors dumped cold water on Zoey's head from above, she finally went silent. "Zoey, can you be any more stubborn?" At the sound of his familiar voice, Zoey felt a rush of relief go through her. She felt a warm coat being wrapped tightly around her. Zoey's face lit up. She looked up at him with misty eyes. "Blaine!" When Zoey said his name, Blaine's eyes darkened even further. Then he told Zoey in an extremely calm tone, "My penthouse is equipped with soundproof glass." What? Blaine hadn't been able to hear her shouting. Now she was soaked and freezing. "Why didn't you say so earlier?" Zoey hissed at him through her chattering teeth. Blaine pulled the coat tighter around her. "Stop talking. I don't want you here." "I'm not leaving." Zoey stubbornly refused. "Blaine, don't push me away. Not right now." "Zoey, get lost!" Blaine suddenly shouted. Zoey didn't move. "I'm not going to leave." Zoey tried to shout back at him with all her might, but her throat was already so hoarse that she could barely get the words out. "I'm not going to leave. It's just HIV. I'm not afraid. I will stay here and take care of you today." "No, you need to leave." His tone was domineering and unyielding. At this moment, Zoey could clearly see the loneliness reflected in Blaine's eyes. He then added in a hoarse voice, "Don't get involved with this mess. Go home and stay as far away from me as possible." Zoe's eyes were completely flooded with tears from his depressing words. "Don't chase me away." This time, Zoe didn't argue with him. Her voice had softened. As soon as she spoke, her tears began to fall. She reached out and wrapped her arms around Blaine's muscular waist to hug him, ignoring everything else. She pressed her face against his soft shirt and whispered, "Blaine, don't chase me away. I'm not leaving. I don't want to leave. Please don't make me."
Hi, Zoe here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Rekindled Heartache now.